All right, welcome to Million Dollar Coach Mondays. What up? What is going on, everybody? Million Dollar Coach Monday. I'm your host, Ryan. Hold on, let's get Lexi on. What's up?
What's that?
What's up? Every Monday we are live right here with you. I'm live on the first time ever on TikTok as well, streaming. We're on YouTube. We're in the Facebook group. We're talking about communities today too. So we'll be diving in to your million dollar coach strategy, and specifically enough today we're going to be diving into what's it take for you to make $100,000 a month on social media. Okay, everybody's got a different social media strategy. We're going to be diving into the strategy that works for us. All right. So if you're live, let me know if you're watching live. Say what's up. Say hey. All right. I'm going to be taking questions. If this is your first time seeing me and Lexi, we run a social media marketing agency specifically for coaches where we run their ads. We manage all their funnels. We manage all the back end stuff and handle all the strategy to help more coaches reach that $100,000 a month mark. All right. For coaches that aren't quite there yet, we have a coaching program that is fully developed to help you get to that place where you can hire an agency like ours. All right. So today we're going to be breaking down social media strategy. All right. Lexi is our in-house success coach and moonlights as social media extraordinaire who has hit over 100,000 followers on the talk. All right. She's our TikTok specialist, in-house TikTok specialist. You know, she's the one. We're gonna be showing you some stuff. I'm gonna be sharing my screen. All right. So if you're on TikTok or YouTube, we love y'all's community. What up? What up? What up? Man, over 200 people just popped on TikTok.
I told you it's powerful.
It's popping. But I'm gonna be sharing my screen. So if you have not joined the Facebook group, that's where you'll see my screen. All right. So if you want to see the screen as I go through all this stuff today, just hop over to the Facebook group. The link is on my bio. So just hop over there. All right. All right, let's kick this thing off. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes that we make on social media, because here's one of the things I don't want anybody, I don't want this to happen to anybody that's listening to the sound of our voices today. I don't want you growing an audience on social media that's over 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 people and not monetizing the right way. Okay. We've grown a Facebook group. We do about 100K a month revenue inside of our Facebook group community every single month. And we have less than 2,000 people. So one of the biggest beliefs that I think we all have to get to a place where we're willing to let go is the vanity numbers of social media. Okay. Recognize an app like TikTok. TikTok is a gamified app. Okay. Like it is a game. It is a game. And the thing that I hate seeing the most is people that get sucked in to the game of TikTok of just trying to grow followers. You can see they give out gifts and things like that. You can gift people, shells and all sorts of, weird things, right? But it's a game. It's a game that's a social media app. And if you recognize that shit, then you can learn how to play the game without being manipulated by the game. Anybody feel me on that? You feel me?
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah. It's a gamified app. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you can learn how to play the game without being sucked into the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Don't get that emotional connection with it. It's just a game.
Yeah. I see people that are like, oh man, I'm almost there. I'm almost to 50,000. And I'm like, well, what are you doing with it? Right. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So let's not get sucked into the game. Learn how to play the game. All right. It's all about finding the right people. Now, we are a company that loves to run ads. Okay. But here's how and again, I think everyone that can hear our voice should be getting to a place where you can and you are wanting to run as many ads as you possibly can on whatever social media platform that you're on. Okay. Because you want to get to a place where the ads are working for you 24/7. Okay. Now, do we recommend everybody come out the gate running ads? No, we don't. There's certain things that you want to do before you can run ads, right? And that's one of the things we want to talk about today, is because we want you to be able to monetize your audience. Okay, understand that you're okay, my message works, my message is resonating with people, my message is actually working, right? And then I can reinvest the money that I get from my social media strategy into the ads that are into more ads that can reach more people. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments section, because I really want to make sure that again, once you start growing your coaching business, there's only so much in certain places that you can do organically. Okay, and you want to be in full control, because if you want to build a predictable coaching business to $10,000 or $100,000 a month, again, you want to be in control of the leads, and you can be in semi-control of the leads when it comes to organic. But again, if you want 100% control and you want to be able to really know that I've got a predictable business, then you want to be running some ads, especially if you still have a job. If you still work a job, then while I'm at that job, this is what I thought about when I was at my job, working my job before I was fired or voluntarily laid off, quit. My thing was, if I'm going to be at work all day, I need little robot Ryans out there doing what I would do, right, without me being there. So my job was essentially, I was taking a percentage of what I was making at my job and pouring it back into my ads, and then taking a percentage of what I was making in my business and pouring it back in my ads so I could reach more people. And this is one of the things that helped when I was fired from my job. I didn't have to go get another job because I had been planning and strategically doing that, and taking income from my job and my business and pumping it back into ads. Okay. So again, I want things that can work for me while I'm asleep, while I'm at work, while I'm on calls with people, because if you're on a call with someone, then that means you're not getting in front of a new lead, right? Okay, so social media can do that for us. All right, so I'm going to break down some badass shit for you today. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Comment if you have not commented. Say what's up. Say hi. Let us know where we're at. Let me know what you want to walk away with in the comment section at the end of this. All right, because we're only going to be on here for like 20 minutes. So like, I'm going to be sharing our social media posting guide. Okay, I'm also going to be sharing something that we're putting together on the back end. Okay, check this out. This TikTok trends and database. We're working with a couple of our close friends on putting together something really cool for our clients. This is what clients will be getting soon. We're putting together trending sounds, opening text overlays, opening hooks, creator accounts that you should be following, and all sorts of cool stuff to help you grow your TikTok ads and your TikTok organically. All right, so we're putting this together for clients, and we're also going to be giving you or showing you how to access this posting vault that's going to show you how you should be posting throughout the week. Okay, we're breaking all this down for you, and we're going to be giving you access to a question vault on how you can keep up with how we kind of come up with social media ideas and things like that. All right, so as I break this down, we're going to start here on the social media power posting guide. The most important thing that that I would say with any social media strategy is community. Okay, and focusing on one place. Okay, too many of us are out here focusing on way too many social media accounts, where if you need to just focus on one, okay, focus on one thing. Okay, where can you build community? All right, that's where I want you to focus on. For us, we focused on building a community inside of our Facebook group, because that's where we felt like we could create the most connection and we could create the most community. Okay, one of the things, even though I love TikTok, okay, one of the things that is hard about TikTok is it's hard to get a follower today and then talk to that person today, right? Because of the dynamic of having, you have to follow them, they have to follow you. Sometimes people don't even know where the DMs are on TikTok. And so if you're in a space where I want to know that if I get a new follower today, if I get a new member inside of my community today, can I create a conversation with that person today? Okay. Can I connect with that person today? Okay. Now, every person that you connect with, if you know how to talk to that person, they should be giving you social media ideas. Okay. Back in the day, 2014, 15, anytime I was talking with someone in DM or anywhere on a call, whatever, what would happen was they would always have a question for me, right? And every time someone would ask a question, because I would position myself as the expert, okay? You should position yourself as the expert. If you're a relationship coach, you're a fitness coach, own your shit. Own that you're an expert, okay? You know, too many of us are afraid to like own the fact that like you own your space, okay? Own your shit. But at the end of the day, if someone has a question, then okay, answer that question. But you should go make a piece of content about that question. You can do, and the thing I love about TikTok and YouTube is they're like search engine driven. So you can make a TikTok, you can save it, and they're going to put that TikTok in front of you. I see TikToks that come into my space 2 months ago, right? Like, or I'm just seeing it and someone made it 2 months ago. You see YouTube videos that people make 2 years ago and they show up in your feed now. So go make that piece of content, share it on the one social media platform that you're looking to grow, and then just post it somewhere else. Whatever it does somewhere else is whatever it does, okay? Omnipresent doesn't mean that you have to omnifocus on every social media account, okay? We post things on YouTube that we are focused on posting inside of our group and on TikTok. And we just happen to just throw it up on YouTube. If it does great, awesome. If it doesn't, who gives a shit, right? But that's the way you got to think. Does that make sense, guys?
I love that. I love that because I've always kind of wondered. I've heard that like you should focus on one thing, but I'm right there with you. Like you might as well repurpose that content. But I love how you just stated that focus still on that one platform you're trying to grow, but it doesn't hurt to throw it in other areas.
Right. 100%. So in the comments, guys, what platform are you focused on? What platform are you focused on growing? That is your one platform. It's your focus platform. It's the thing that you're going to like, this is what I'm focused on growing. This is where I want the majority of my leads to come from. Okay. And if you post there, then guess what? Just throw it other places. Okay. Throw it other places. And you know, we've seen like we're not focused on YouTube right now. We're not focused on YouTube right now. However, we post on YouTube almost every single day with YouTube Shorts, and we see subscribers go up. Okay, so and again, I'm going to measure something not just based off subscribers, but again, conversations and leads. That's the most important thing that you can measure every single day. Okay, so you're going to focus on which one pays out the most. Okay, cool. In what way? Because social media pays in different ways, right? We have a group of coaches, so obviously with coaches, we want our coaches to get paid on their thing, right? Right. I want to make sure that when we bring on coaching clients, then that's the core source of revenue. The back end sources of revenue, okay, because we also have to recognize these things too, guys. There's plenty of ways to make money on social media, but again, my core source of revenue is going to be the coaching program, right? But can I line myself up with affiliates and make a little extra money on the back end? Can I set up the social media creator accounts to where I can make a little extra money? And guess what you do? You take that little extra money and you pour that back into your ads. Okay. You pour that right back into your ads. Really new at all this social media stuff. So more info, the best. If you're new to this social media stuff, then I'd recommend that you focus on yourself and the problem that you can solve, and getting to a space where you say, you know what, all right, what do I want to monetize? How do I want to monetize this thing? Make that decision first, because again, there's way too much information out there and you'll get lost in information. So if you can get out of information and get to a space where you're just like, all right, what do I want to do? This is my skill. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to monetize. Do that. Connect with someone who's already done it. That way you don't waste your time trying to figure your shit out, and then keep moving. I mean, there's way too much information out there. You'll be in the same place a year from now if if you get caught in like information overload. All right. So I want to talk about vulnerability. Holy shit! Let's talk about vulnerability real quick. Vulnerability, in my opinion, is this formula right here. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. Can everybody see this? Vulnerability equals pain plus vision plus plan. Okay. And you can repurpose so much content by just understanding this core piece and then putting it on social media platforms, giving the social media platform what it wants out of that piece of content. Okay. So me personally, I feel like you should be documenting your life. If you're going to live a life worth living, then you should live a life worth documenting. And if you live a life worth documenting, then all it comes down to is now just giving TikTok, giving stories and Instagram what they want to see. Because if you tell your story, when my TikTok started to kind of grow a little bit, okay, we still have less than 2,000 followers on TikTok, but we have the right followers on TikTok. I feel like the community that's starting to grow there is the right community of people. But guess what? I started telling stories. I started telling stories about my biggest money lessons, or how we lost money, or how we grew this, or how we did this. And I started giving insight to my life. I started being vulnerable. Give people your pain, because this is where people stop with vulnerability. They think that if I'm vulnerable, I need to just give people my pain. And this puts you in pity. Okay. Nobody likes a pity party. Okay. But if you add these together, pain, and then I say, look, this is my vision. This is where I'm going. This is what I see in my future. And this is how I plan to get there. People resonate with that. And if you just start to put that in stories, okay, for us, we load everything to TikTok first. That way it can go to that platform, and then we download we use an app called TickSave, okay, and then we download that video without the watermark, and then we put it on YouTube Shorts, we put it on Instagram Reels, we put it on Facebook Reels, and we put it on Stories, okay, and it goes out everywhere. The cool thing is we see extremely different performance on every app, and you never know what's going to happen. Some things popped off on Facebook Reels. We had a video hit over 600,000 views on Facebook Reels. It only got 60,000. I'd say only. It only got 60,000 on TikTok, but then it flopped on YouTube. You never know like where it's going to hit, and that's why it is important to be omnipresent. Okay. But again, I want you to be vulnerable. I posted something the other day. I saw Lexi post it to our clients. Post the video that you're afraid to make. The one that you're afraid to make, the one that you've got the most resistance to, make that shit. And then post it, and then close the app. And don't go back on the app for a whole day. Okay. That would be my suggestion. Okay. Now here's where I'm gonna talk more about like our strategy of things, because I want you guys to recognize and see this. Okay. If you can develop your pillars on the things that you talk about, okay, but also develop it in a way where as you show up organically on business, one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make, and I've made this mistake before too. Okay. So let's all be vulnerable, right? That we just talked about. Comment the word me if you've made this mistake before, where you're just posting, but you never have a strong call to action on what you do and what your business is about, and how you can help people. Me, I've done that before.
Me.
Right?
Yeah.
Where you get kind of lost, and you're like, holy crap, it's been 4 weeks. And you know, one of the reasons that we get afraid to do that is because we know that the engagement's going to be lower. But guess what? The engagement is supposed to be lower on like that. Mommy. But people are always watching. And even if they don't take action on it, even if they don't say, oh, yeah, I'm ready to buy, I'm ready to join, I want to call with you, I want to do this, I want to do that, they're always watching. Everybody's always watching. Most people on social media are lurkers. I wish that the only way that you could actually like leave a comment on a video is like if you have videos your fucking self. So now you got some skin in the game, right? Like, you just can't be out here just talking shit on videos, right?
Running your mouth.
Right. And you ain't got no videos yourself.
Mm-hmm. You're not even in the arena.
Right. You should have to have at least like 10 videos before you can leave comments.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, guys. Every week we have to create some type of call to action. It can be small, it can be medium, it can be large. Okay. But every week has to be some type of call to action. A soft call to action would be something like, hey, leave a comment, or let me know if this resonates with you. A medium call to action could be something like, hey, share this. Because that's a bigger ask of my audience. I'm asking you to share this to your people. That's a bigger ask. But another medium call to action. Hey, I put together this guide. Who wants it? You want to download it? Hey, I have a Facebook group. You want to hop in there? It's all about this. A hard call to action could mean buying something, hopping on a specific sales call with you. And the cool thing is, social media is not a vertical thing. Social media is a linear thing. People follow. That's why they call them followers, because they're following you. Okay. Let me break this down for you really quick. I'm going to draw this because this is what I call our social media claw strategy. Okay. This is something that we talk about with our clients. And I want you to know, I want to let me know if this shit makes sense to you. Okay. So if you were to look at a 6-week span, okay, this is week 1 right here. Okay. So this is week 1. And you were to start posting on social media and you create a small call to action. Let's say that small call to action is
follow me.
Yeah, follow me. Right. So you said follow me. All right. Boom. Next week, week 2, you have a medium call to action. So you can see the little bigger claw right here, right? A little bigger. Medium call to action is to download a guide. Okay. So you're saying, hey, I made this guide. You post a picture with it. You talk about it. You make a short little video about it. You're taking the same piece of content. So I shoot a short video about it. I post that on Reels. I post that on TikTok. I post that on stories. But then on Facebook or Instagram on the feed, I take a picture of it, a selfie with it, something that's native to the platform. Same call to action, same piece of content. Again, maybe I get a few leads from that, right? Okay. So on week 3, this is week 3 of me posting on social media. And let's just say I do another small one. And I just want to get some engagement. So I ask for some comments. Okay. And then here, I'm going to ask people to show up to my live. Okay. And then, let's see here, we do a small one on week 5. And then week 6, we do a big one. Maybe I'm doing a master class and I want to get people registered for it. Maybe I ask people directly to book a call with me. Maybe I ask people directly, say, hey, who wants to buy this? Shoot me a DM and I'll give you the link to it. Okay. This is the cycle. This is what we call a spike cycle, because like if you were to use this claw strategy, you're going to have a big spike right here that you can do that every 6 weeks. Let me know if that makes sense to everybody watching. Does that make sense? Okay. And what that does is if you're growing your audience from anywhere from 5 people a day to 20 people a day, you're always going to have new people. You got to get out of your freaking head and understand that not everybody sees everything you post on social media. Okay. And if your audience is growing, then you'd be like, oh, I just talked about this. I just gave away my guide. Well, guess what? Everybody that followed from here on never saw the guide that you posted. So again, you got to create this cycle for yourself. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. You got anything on that, Lex? You want to chime in? You good?
Yeah, no, I mean, it really is. I love how you are always like, something working with Ryan has just taught me is that get out of your freaking head and just go for it. And that's what's so funny about watching Ryan. There's a picture of you, Ryan, that you posted on Facebook about you, like, you're like in the air trying to catch a ball in your baseball days. And I just laughed because I'm like, if there was a picture of Ryan and the way he does business, that's it. Like, just go for it. Quit thinking about it. Quit second guessing yourself. And if people don't like it, who cares? That's not on you. But this cycle is such a great, it has so much value.
Here's what's on my desk. Okay. Our businesses, our coaching business is driven by sales calls. Our sales team, they give out an amazing call where it's probably the most value driven call in the industry, period. I would hands down, because people literally get off these calls with us and they ask us if they can give us money. Even if they don't join our program, they ask us, hey, can I send you a tip? I mean, that's just what they feel. But here's the deal. There's a fuck it button on my desk and there's a bell on my desk. And if you get off a good one and someone says, yes, I'm ready to go, I want to go through this with you guys, it sounds amazing, then you ring the bell, right? But if they don't, then you just say fuck it. Right. That's it. That is your life right there in two buttons. You're either going to ring the bell or you're going to say, you know what, fuck it, and move on. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's your social media. That's your overall like little social media strategy there. Now what happens is I can use these specific posts to give me ideas on what I want to post and what's going to allow my account to really be to have a good pulse to it. How often are you telling stories? How often are you asking questions? How often do you take the time to educate people on something? Hey, 3 ways to do this, or 6 ways to do this, or whatever. How often do you find places to give other people the spotlight on your social media accounts? Okay, client spotlights, interviews with other people. Guess what? One of the ways that we grew our agency was through podcasts, because all we would do is just find people that we wanted to be agency clients. We'd have them on our podcast. We'd make them feel amazing. We'd send them a gift in the mail. And then 6 weeks later, we'd ask, who runs your ads? And they'd be like, oh, like I run my ads. Or like, oh, I work with this really shitty agency. And guess what we would do? We'd say, hey, you want to give us a chance? We built that reciprocity. We promoted them on our podcast. We made them feel amazing on our podcast. And we sent them a gift. Some of y'all, that went over y'all's head. And you won't get that one. But
yeah, well, and you honestly, I'm sure that you also made a genuine connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. Because relationships are the most important thing in business. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you create a statement? Have you talked about something controversial? A lot of us are so afraid to offend people that we don't grow our audience. So offend people, piss people off. That's what you mean. You got it. You're gonna do at some point. You might as well get used to it now. And then again, sales is the post that we talk in right here. Here's our weekly sales post. That's where we're going to create our spike. So in between here, you've got your story, you've got your engagement post, you've got your collaboration post, you've got all these things, and that's where those pop out. Okay, so now if you've got your pillars, which my pillars typically come down to faith and family. You guys know I love my family. I love our faith. We truly treat our business like a pulpit. So if there's ever a time that we can bring people closer to God, that we're gonna look for those opportunities inside of our business. When obviously you guys know I love coaching, I love business, I love marketing. I absolutely love funnels. And the way that marketing works is just that's my shit. So I'm gonna post about it. I love personal development, and I have a dark sense of humor. And then I mean, and I'm kind of a dick. So, but you know what? Guess what? I'm a really nice dick. You know, really nice. So those are my pillars. I'm gonna post those things. So anytime I want to look back and make sure that I'm on the track that I want to be on social media, I'm gonna look at these pillars, okay? Because I can take these things and put together my social media strategy that's going to be me and authentic to me, right? But fit into what the platforms want to see from you. Does that make sense? Hopefully that does. Okay. Now that you've got that, all right, we kind of give you a little breakdown of these, just explaining those, okay, and some memory joggers of things that can just kind of get you going. Now you should know how to post on social media in a way that works for you, in a way that works for the social media platform, and you can use these types of memory joggers to give you the space to really expand what you're doing on social media. Just like this, we break these things down to where on this Monday you can do a growth post, on Tuesday you can do something inspirational. But even these things that we put together for you, all they are is for ideas. They're for you to not have to always feel like you're coming up with something from scratch. And so if you were to shoot this video that says, I don't even know if you guys can see it, but I'll try to zoom in on it. I don't think you can zoom in on these spreadsheets. It says 4 common questions about working with a coach where the answer is no, and 4 common questions about working with a coach where the answer is yes. If that hits off in your social media world, again, it could be about working with a relationship coach, right? When should you never hire a relationship coach? And you should hire a therapist like that. I mean, these are just things that you can just be pumping out. And the ones that hit, you can literally have transcribed and turned into Word posts like on Facebook or Instagram. I'm telling you, the things that happen on social these days are so simple. And they're so simple. And guess what? You take your best performing things organically and you pay attention to those things so you know how to show up or with a more organic feel on your ads. Okay. Each and every one of us should be looking to make as much money as we can organically so we can continue to show up organically, but that we can show up all the time in our clients' news feeds with the right ads. Does that make sense? Let me know if this was valuable to you. Just type the word value in so far. If you got some value from this one, I'd love to hear from you. And see if you had some value from this one. We're going to be giving all these out for free. Okay. If you type the word impact in, we'll send you these. We'll send you the social media power posting guide. We'll send you the 365-day influence guide, which has a full week for 16 weeks, and it's got 365 days of other cool posts that you can get, again, all the way from January to December. We'll send you the ILCU video vault and some of the other. Well, that's it. That's what you're going to get. You're not going to get the insiders because we're still working on that, and it's for clients only. But again, that's how you should be thinking about social media. It's a simple strategy. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't stretch yourself too thin. Okay. Because again, most people will be like, oh man, you got to post 3 videos a day on TikTok. If you can, great. If you can't, then don't mess with it. Do what you can. Do what you can until if you know that, like, all right, my TikTok account or whatever social media account that I'm going to do or whatever I'm going to use is going to blow up if I post X amount of times a day, and you can't do that yet, then don't mess with it. Don't do it. Do what you can, because all you can do is enough. And then guess what? When you bring on that next client, when you bring on the next big thing, invest in someone that can help you. Okay. The last thing that I want to go over, okay, because I feel like this is the most important part of this. Let me open this up. Where most coaches fail with social media, in my opinion, is this. It's because they're still lacking on their offer. Okay. Most coaches, they really don't have a solid $3,000 offer that they can sell every single day. Okay. They don't. And if you break down the offer is the promise, the offer is the framework, and your offer is the unique way that you choose to deliver your coaching or your service. Okay. Now, think about this. I'm gonna draw this back up and let me know. Let me give me some fire, some love if this makes sense. Okay. If you're posting content on social media, if on a scale of 1 to 10, you had to guess how important does your offer affect how you show up on social media and the content that you deliver. Okay. Because the free content that you deliver should only have to do with the promise, your framework, and how you deliver. So if you are lacking in this area here, then guess what? It's inevitable that your content is not going to hit, it's not going to attract, and it's not going to make the impact that you want it to make that leads people down the road to inquire about your offer. And if I had to tell you anything that took us from driving Uber just to get by, when we dialed in our offer, that changed everything. I'll never forget when I took like literally some of the last monies I had, invested it in a coach, and he said, dude, you guys need an offer that if you sold one per month, it would make your month. I'm going to say that again. If you sold one per month, that means one client in 30 days, and you sold one of them, it would make your month. So what amount is that for you? I want you to play this game with me just really quick, like play big for a second. If you got one client per month, and that's the only client you had per month, and it made your month, you didn't have to worry about shit because you're like, all right, cool, I got one client this month, and that's what I got. And it was a good ass month, right? Hell yeah, it was a good month. I only had one client.
Knowing your offer is also going to really help with clarity and reduce the confusion and the overthinking that comes a lot for people who have issues posting on social media. Yeah. I know that, your offer not being clear is going to add to that anxiety that some people get and deal with.
This is why offer is the first domino in our framework. Because when we were in a tight space, we didn't focus on anything else but our offer. The offer affects the promise. It affects the framework. It affects it affects everything. It's the biggest domino inside of 9 out of 10 coaching businesses. Dial in this offer, make it irresistible. And if you were like, man, if I were to make, $7,468, that would be an awesome month for me. Then, okay, cool. Let's look what we can do to make an $8,000 offer. Every niche has a rich niche inside. Every niche has a rich niche inside. Every niche has someone that, they'll pay whatever you want. I guarantee it. And if you don't know that, then connect with one of our success coaches. They can show you exactly how to do this. And the call is free. So if you're just twiddling your thumbs every day or telling yourself that you can't do this, then that's your fault, brah.
So how about you give them a word to comment if they want to connect? Maybe they don't know exactly how to connect with the success coach.
Impact. The word is
comment impact.
Anthony's already popped in an impact. So again, if you feel like you want that support, you need that support, just comment the word impact. Okay. But again, here's the domino, guys. Here's the domino. When you fix the offer, everything with your content changes. Okay. Everything with your content changes. And if you have an offer that if you only sold one a month, that it would make your month, I'm telling you, everything else will start to come together. Okay. So if that makes sense, I'm really glad it makes sense to you. If it does make sense to you, if it doesn't make sense to you, then again, connect with one of our coaches. comment the word impact. That way they can find you, and they will get you on the calendar, and they'll go through a 30-minute game plan. They'll lay out the whole game plan for you. And if you feel like you can execute that game plan yourself, then they'll, send you on your way, and you can go execute that game plan yourself. No bigs. All right. So again, that's what we got for you today, guys. Hopefully you got some value from it. Hopefully you really enjoyed it. If you do have questions for us, feel free to ask on whatever social media platform that you're watching this on. If you want a little more hands-on, make sure that you're inside of our Facebook community for coaches, where we dig in every single day to make sure that the coaches that we work with are on their way to their first $100,000 a month, and consistently, being in a space where they can know that they're headed toward their $1 million coaching business. Okay. So I think that's it, my friends. Y'all have an amazing week. Go out there, crush it, change somebody's life today, make somebody feel absolutely amazing today. Pour into people, love people, treat people with kindness and respect, and go out and change lives today. All right, my friends, we out.